Hello and welcome back to Easy Peasy Classes, yet in another video wherein we will be solving the previous year question paper questions on fundamental operations on whole numbers. Before to begin, I have few instructions to all the students who are watching this. Before me solving the questions, you need to pause the video and try it for yourself. Try to find the answers for yourself. In case if you find the answer, well and good. Check for my answers also, the method, the steps that I have followed in arriving at that particular answer. And in case if you can't find the answer, then learn from the video, learn from the solution given in the video. In this way, you will be benefited. In this video, the questions are not answered in detail. This is for all those students who have already completed their syllabus, who have already completed their portion, and they are at the level of their practice. So for those students who are appearing, who are now going to appear for the examination, this video is for them. With this, without wasting time, let us move on to our first question. So the first question we have, Ram got 8 marks more than Shyam in an examination. Anil got 4 marks more than Ram in the same examination. If all three of them got 128 marks together, as a total, Ram's mark would be what? Ram's mark would be what? So we are given all the information except Ram's information, or except Ram's marks. So what we will do, let us call the marks obtained by Shyam. Sorry, Ram got 8 marks more than Shyam, right? So let us call Ram's mark is R and Shyam's mark is S, and as per the question, Ram got 8 marks more than Shyam. So the marks of Ram is equal to 8 marks more than Shyam. So we will keep an addition sign and we will put 8 there. So therefore Ram's marks is 8 more than Shyam's marks. This is going to be our first equation from the question. The second equation would be Anil got 4 marks more than Ram. Anil got what? 4 marks more than Ram. And you know what is Ram's marks? Ram's marks is 8 marks more than Shyam. So put that first equation in second equation. So what will you get? Anil's marks. Replace this R with S plus 8. S plus 8 plus 4. What will you get? Anil's marks is S plus 12. S plus 12. So this is going to be the marks of Anil. This is going to be the marks of Anil. So due to space constraint, what I will do is I will rub all of this what I have written here. Then I will write the same thing here. Okay, Anil's marks is more than 12 marks more than Shyam's marks, which is not given in the question, but we have derived it based on the given information in the question. Okay, so these are the two equations that we get from the given equations up to here. Okay, up to here. So the third information is if all three of them got 128 marks together as a total, Ram's mark would be what? This is what is asked. So all of them's marks will total to what? Will sum up to 128 marks. So let us add all of their marks. Ram plus Shyam plus and Anil's marks, all of their marks will total up to sum up to 128. 128. So this is going to be the sum of all the three students' marks. So what is the Ram's marks? We have S plus 8 as Ram's marks, right? S plus 8. And what is the Shyam's marks? We don't know. So keep it S as it is. What is the Anil's marks? What is the Anil's marks? Anil's marks is S plus 12, which is 12 more than Shyam's marks. So what does it sum up to? It will sum up to 128. So 1s, 2s, 3s, 3s are there. Add them up. It will come up to be 3s plus 8 plus 12 will come out as 20 is equal to 128, and 3s is equal to, send this 20 to the right hand side. It will be followed with a negative sign. So therefore you get 128 minus 20. So 3s is equal to what? 3s is equal to 128 minus 20 is 108. Okay, and S is equal to 108 divided by 3. 108 divided by 3. So let us do that part. S is equal to, I will do the long division itself. 108 divided by 3. What will you get? You will get 3 3s is 9, 1 and 8, 3 6 is 18. You get both zeros. 36 is the quotient you get. So therefore, S is equal to 36. The option you have it in option number 1. So therefore, for this question, option number 1, the Ram's marks would be 36 marks. The Ram's marks would be 36. All right, let's move on to the second question. Rajesh's weight is 5 kg less than Ram's weight and Neha's weight is 3 kg more than Ram's weight. If the weight of 3 is 103 kg, then weight of Ram is what? Again, same kind of question. You need to form the equation. I will call Rajesh as RJ. Okay. So Rajesh's weight is 5 kg less than Ram's weight. I will call Ram's weight as R and I will reduce 5 kg from Ram's weight, which will be equal to Rajesh's weight. Rajesh's weight is 5 kg less than Ram's weight. Rajesh's weight is 5 kg less than Ram's weight. And Neha's weight, I will call Neha's weight as N, and Neha's weight is 3 kg more than Ram's weight. So Ram's weight, whatever it is there, Neha's weight is 3 kg more than Ram's weight. So I will write it as N is equal to R plus 3. And at the third information, what it is given, Rajesh weight plus Ram's weight plus Neha's weight, all together they weigh up to 103 kg. So therefore, based on this given equation, what is the weight of Ram? So we will use all the information that we have to find out what is Ram's weight. Okay. So Rajesh weight, you know, R minus 5. So let us expand this part. Rajesh weight is R minus 5 plus Ram's weight we don't know, we keep it Ram's as it is. Rajesh is RJ, okay, RJ is Rajesh. Ram's weight is R plus Neha's weight is R plus 3, R plus 3, okay. So all of it will sum up to 103. All of it will sum up to 103. So based on this, I'm sorry, Rajesh weight is R minus 5, right? We are writing it the expanded form. Rajesh weight is R minus 5, okay. So we have 3 R's here. First R, second R, third R, all three are having positive sign. So therefore we will add them. That becomes 3R and minus 5 plus 3. Minus 5 and plus 3 will come minus 2. Minus 2, that is equal to 103. So therefore 3R is equal to, so this minus 2 will move on to right hand side with the positive sign because it has a negative sign. So therefore 103 plus 2 and 3R is equal to 105. R is equal to 105 divided by 3. R is equal to 105 divided by 3. So therefore, let us do the long division. Ram's weight would be 105 divided by 3. 3 3s is 9. You are left with 1 and take down the 5. So 3 5s is 15. 3 5s is 15. Remainder is 0. What is the quotient you are getting? You are getting 35. So Ram's weight would be 35 kgs. Ram's weight would be 35 kg, which is available in option number 4. So therefore, option number 4 is the right answer for this question. In the next question we have, in an examination, Karan got 10 marks more than Bhavana. Isha got 5 marks less than Bhavana. If trio get a total of 170, then what is the marks obtained by Isha? Again, same type of question. Okay. So Karan got, let us form the equations. Karan got how many marks more than Bhavana? 10 marks more than Bhavana. Let me call Bhavana's mark as B, and Karan got 10 marks more than Bhavana. Okay. And Isha got 5 marks less than Bhavana. So let's call Isha's marks as I, and she got 5 marks less than Bhavana. So whatever Bhavana's marks was there, Isha got 5 marks less than Bhavana. Less means you need to subtract. You need to subtract. And trio, all of them together, Karan marks plus Isha's marks plus Bhavana's marks, all of them will sum up to 170. This is the given equation. This is the given information in the question. And after that, what has been asked? We are asked to find the marks obtained by Isha. What is the marks obtained by Isha? That is the question which is being asked. Okay. The marks obtained by Isha is whatever Bhavana is scoring, that is 5 less than Bhavana's marks is Isha's marks. So let us find Bhavana's marks first. In order to find, use this particular information and apply the above information, all these two information in the third equation. Okay, so let us write k in terms of b plus 10. So b plus 10, that is Bhavana's marks plus 10 marks, plus b minus 5. Next is I can be written as b minus 5, plus we don't know Bhavana's marks, we will write b as it is. That will sum up to 170. So this is the expanded notion, expanded form. So b plus 10, b minus 5, b plus b, all the b's have positive signs, so we will add them. That becomes 3b, plus 10 minus 5 is 5, that is going to be 170. So 5 will move on to the right hand side. So 3b is equal to 170 minus 5. 3b is equal to 165, and b is equal to 165 by 3. So let me do the long division for you. 165 by 3. So 3 5s is 15. You're left with 1. Take down this 5. 3 5s are again 15. The remainder remains 0. So therefore, b is equal to 55. So Bhavana's marks is 55. The moment you get 55, you will run over and put this second option as the right answer, which is completely wrong. What is being asked in the question? We are asked to find the marks of Isha's marks. What is Isha's marks? Isha got 5 marks less than Bhavana. So therefore, whatever the marks you got, you need to subtract. Whatever the Bhavana's marks is there, you need to subtract 5 from Bhavana's marks. So therefore, Isha's marks will be, whatever Bhavana's marks is, you need to subtract 5 from that. That will be 50. Okay. So therefore, option 3 is the right answer for this question. Okay, so please be aware of these kind of traps. These kind of traps are always there in Navodaya entrance exam, so you need to be very thorough and very careful while you are reading the question and as well as when you are answering them. Let us move on to our next question. What is this number? I think this is 10 lakh. 10 lakh number is obtained when a number is subtracted from the sum of 8,93,645 and 6,35,489. Find that number. See, this question is completely given to you to confuse you, to delay you, to eat up your time. Okay, now you just have to break up the question. A particular number is obtained when the number is subtracted. When a number is subtracted, do we know what is that number? We don't know that number. That is what we are asked to find out also. So when the number is subtracted from what? The sum of, when the number is subtracted from the sum of this number and this number, right? So let us write that equation. So that number is 893,645. Let us take the sum first. 635,489. Okay, so there is the sum of this number and a number is subtracted. Let me call that number as x. Which we don't know, and we will find it out later. That will give you 10 lakh. Okay, that will give you how much? 10 lakh as a difference. So this is what we need to solve now. So let us solve it. So 9 plus 5 is 14, and 8 plus 4 is 12, plus 1 is 13, 6 1 7, 7 plus 4 is 11, 3 plus 1 4, 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 3 is 12, 8 plus 6 is 14, plus 1 is 15. So this is what you got, minus x is equal to 10 lakh. So take that x to the right hand side, move the 10 lakh to the left hand side. So what will you get? 15 lakh 29,134. When the 10 lakh comes to the left hand side, it comes out with the negative sign. So you will subtract that particular part from the bigger number. That will be equal to x. X is having a negative number. When it moves to the right hand side, what will it gain? It will gain a positive sign. So this is going to be the value of x. Let us find out what is the value of x. 5 minus 0 is 5, 3 minus 0 is 3, 1, 9, 2, 5, 1 minus 1 is 0. Therefore, you are left with 5,29,135. Okay, do we have it anywhere? I'm sorry, this should be 4. Yes, it is 4 here, right? Okay, so we have it in our option number 4. Option number 4 is having the right answer for this question. So therefore, option 4 is the right answer. Okay. A shopkeeper charges 10 rupees for every bottle of Coke, or 240 rupees for every carrot of 30 bottles. Okay. If it is a single bottle, he will charge you 10 rupees. If it is a group of 30 bottles in a carrot, carrot means a tray in which all the 30 bottles are kept. So if you are buying all the 30 bottles at once, so you will have to pay 240 rupees for 30 bottles. If Vandana wants to buy a 185 bottle of Coke, what amount she will have to pay? If Vandana wants to buy 185 bottle of Coke, if Vandana wants to buy 185 bottle of Coke, what amount she will have to pay? So very simple. We will have to group a 185 in the group of 30. We will have to make the group of 30 bottles out of 185 bottles. So we will divide it. Very simple. Let's do the long division. So 185 is there. You can directly do it with 36 is 180, right? And you are left with 5. That means 6 carats of means 6 carat Coke bottles or group of 30 bottles in 6 carats will come. That means 6 should be multiplied with what? 240 rupees plus the extra 1 bottles. 5 extra ones will be remaining with the 5 bottles. So the 5 bottle will be there, and for 5 bottles, for each you will have to pay, Vandana will have to pay 10 rupees. 6 carats will be multiplied with 240 rupees because each carat will cost you around 240 rupees, and the remainder we have 5 extra bottles apart from the carat, so we will have to multiply 10 rupees there. So therefore, do the math here. I will just reverse this particular part in order to save the space. 240 rupees will be multiplied to 6 carat. Okay, so let us do the math here. Okay, let us do the math. So first multiply, you know the BODMAS rule. 6 zeros are 0, 6 fours are is 24, 6 twos are is 12 plus 2 14, 1440 plus 5 tens is 50. So if you add both of these, you will get 1490. 1490. How to add them? That you will have to do it by yourself. Option 2 is your right answer. So what is the maximum difference between the smallest number formed by 7 numerals and the largest number formed by 6 numerals? Okay, this is very easy question. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 numerals and 6 numerals, right? 1 2 3 4 5 6 numerals. The smallest number can be 1 lakh. I'm sorry, 10 lakh. Okay, 10 lakh can be the smallest number, 7 numerals. And in terms of 6 numerals, the largest number would be 9,99,999. See, just you don't have to even subtract also. If you know this part, if you know that if I add one number to this particular number, it will jump into 10 lakh. It will become 10 lakh. So therefore, the difference would be 1 only. Even if you do that, you will get 1 only. I leave it to you. You can pause the video and do the math for yourself. But the answer for the question will be 1. Very easy. The difference between the highest and lowest 5-digit numbers using 0, 3, 6, 8 and 9 digit, each digits using ones only. Okay, there should not be any repetition using these digits. And the difference between the highest and the lowest, for creating a highest value out of a given digit, you need to write the digits in descending order. You need to write the digits in descending order. So the highest number would be 9, 8, 6, 3, 0. Okay, 9, 8, 6, 3, 0. And for writing the given digits in the lowest value, you need to write them in ascending order. So how do we write it? So if you arrange these numbers in ascending order, you will get 0, 3, 6, 8 and 9. But 0 can't come in the first place. If it comes in the first place, it can't be called as a 5-digit number, right? So you will just exchange these two values. What will you get? You will get 3, 0, 6, 8 and 9. Do the subtraction, take the tens from here, it becomes 2 and it becomes 10. So 10 minus 1, 10 minus 9 is 1. So 2 minus 8 can't happen. Take 10 from here, it becomes 12, it becomes 5. So 12 minus 8 is 4. 5 minus 6 can't happen, so you take 10, it becomes 15 and this becomes 7. So 15 minus 6 is 9, 7 minus 0 is 7, 9 minus 3 is 6. 67,941, 67,941, which is available in option number 4. Option number 4 is the right answer for this question. The sum of two numbers is 2,34,560. So if you are adding if you are adding two numbers and the sum is coming out to be this. If one number is more than the other number by 10,010, find the greatest number. Okay, I will call the first number to be x. The other number is 10,010 is the other number is greater than by this number by how much? 10,010. So the other number will also be x with an addition sign with 10,010 followed by this. And when you do the sum of these two numbers, what will you get? You will get 2x plus 10,010. The sum of these two numbers is coming out to be this. Now let us write the equation. 2x is equal to 2x plus 10,010 is equal to 2,34,560, right? So now 10,010 will go to the right hand side. It will be going with the negative sign. So I will write it below here. Okay, 2x is equal to minus 10,010. Now let us do the math. Let us do the math here. What will you get? 0, 0 as it is 0. 6 minus 1 is 5. 5 minus 0 is 5. 4 minus 0 is 4. 3 minus 1 is 2. And 2 will come as it is downside 2. So 2x is equal to this value. Okay. Now x will be equal to, so this value will be divided with 2. The 2 which was here, it will move to downside to the numerator part. Now do the short division here. So 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2, 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 twos are 4. You are left with 1. So 15, 2 sevens is 14. You are left with 10. 2 fives is 10. 1 1 2 2 7 5. 1 1 2 2 7 5. In either of the options you are not finding it. Therefore, the given options are incorrect. Given all options are incorrect. So what will you do at certain point, at such a time? If in your examination, if such a question comes where all the given options are not correct, what will you do? What will you do? You just have to mark any of the appropriate answer. Okay, whatever the answer which is very near, the value which is very near to this value, you just have to mark that value. Okay, otherwise if you don't mark it, I don't know, maybe they will give you a grace mark for such a question. It is better to mark the nearest value when such a situation comes, because you don't have a negative marking, so there won't be a problem. All right, let us move to the next question. Which of the following is the smallest 4 digits number? Okay, so let us, even if you don't know what is the smallest 4 digit number, you just have to compare these 4 numbers and find out which is the smallest one. And if you see properly, 1000 is the smallest 4 digit number you can have. Okay, the multiple of 7 between 14 and 77. Okay, you need to know the tables for this. Okay, 7 2s is 14, right? 7 2s is 14, 7 3s is 21, 7 4s is 20, 8 7 5s is 35, 7 6 is 42, 7 7s is 49, 7 8s is 56, 7 9s is 63, 7 10s is 70, 7 11s is 77. So between 14 and 77, how many multiples of 7 are there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 multiples are there. So therefore the answer for this question is option 3. The multiple of 7 between 14 and 77 is 8. Okay, what value must be given to the star mark, the place where the star mark is? What value should be placed there? What digit has to be placed there so that the number 69,120 dash is divisible by 25. You know the multiples of 25, you know the divisibility rule for 25. The last two digits should always end with 4 combinations. Either it should be 25, any number with last 2 digits should end with 25, or 50, I'm sorry, or 50, or 75, or 00. So this is the 4 criteria, 4 parameters on which the number will be divisible by 25. So in order to make it divisible by 25, the last number, what is the best configuration that we can have? 25. There is already a 2 here. So you just have to place another 5. So placing a 5 becomes the right choice for this question. Okay, I have not included the option, but the right answer for this question would be the number 5. In case if there are options, the number 5 should be the appropriate answer for this question. Okay, the value of 20.91 divided by 0.17 is, okay, this is very easy. 20.91 divided by 0.17. Do we know the tables of 0.17 in order to divide to 20.91? We don't know, right? So we will multiply 100 and on numerator as well as on the denominator part. Why do we do that? This 20.91 is there. After the decimal point, there are 2 digits. In the denominator also, after the decimal point, there we have 2 digits. In order to make them as a whole numbers, we multiply 2 zeros. That means we multiply 100 on numerator and denominator. After multiplying that, we can eliminate that particular decimal point on both the sides. We can eliminate the decimal points on both the sides. So now do the long division. Okay, 20, 91, okay, 17. Okay, I will write this side this part this time. 17 ones is 17. You are left with 3. 9 will come. 17 twos is 34. You are left with 5. 1 will come. 1. 17 threes is 51. Okay, 0, 0. So you are left with what? 123, or you can also write it as 123.0 in decimal form. So 123.0 is available in your option number 4. Option 4 is the right answer for this question. Okay, you should know this particular technique, how to reduce the decimal number into a proper fraction with the whole numbers. This technique you should know about multiplying the zeros to numerator and denominators. 14 rows in a park, 420 cars stand in every row. Okay, there are 14 rows in a park and 420 cars stand in every row. Then how many cars will stand in the park? Okay. So there are 14 rows, and in every row there are 420 cars. And in order to know a total number of cars, what will you do? Each row consisting of 420 cars. So you will multiply the number of cars with the number of rows, 14 rows. That will be your answer. Okay, you will multiply the total number of cars in each row and the total number of rows in the park. So therefore 14 zeros are 0, 14 twos is 28, 2 carry over, 14 fours is 56, 56 plus 2 is 58, 5880, 5880 should be your right answer. Option 1 is the right answer. Okay, let us move on to our next question. A number is less than 50. Okay, so they are giving us a condition here. A number is less than 50, multiple of 7, and should also have 3 factors only. Then the number is what? The first criteria is it should be less than 50. Eliminate this part because 70 is greater than 50. 70 is greater than 50. So we immediately eliminate that option. So that the rest, all the numbers are less than 50. Okay, multiple of 7. Are they all multiple of 7? 7 2s are 14, 7 6 are 42, 7 7s are 49. Check. All of them are multiple of 7. It should have 3 factors. 14, does it have 3 factors? No, it comes in 1. The factors include 1, 2, right, and 7 and 14. So it don't have 3 factors. It has more than 3 factors. So we eliminate 14. 42. What about 42? 42 also have more than 3 factors. 1, 2, 21 twos are 2, and 21, right? Or you can also see 14 threes is 42. So and 14, 21, further it goes on. So it also has more than 3 factors. So we eliminate 42 as well. So the only option which is left to be checked or to be unchecked is 49. So therefore the answer for this question would be option 3, 49. 49 would be the right answer for this question. What should be added to 65 degree to make it a right angle? You know what is right angle? Any angle which is 90 degree is called right angle. So there is already 65 degree. You need to add certain degree. So that will result you in what? 90 degrees. That's all. You need to form this equation and solve it. So keep the x here itself, move the 65 there, x is equal to, x is equal to 90 degree, and 65 is having a positive sign. When it moves on to the right hand side, it will be negative. So it becomes 65 degree. So x is equal to 90 minus 65. 90 minus 65 is 25 degrees. Okay. So the 65 degree should be added with the 25 degree, which is available in option 4, in order to make it as a right angle. A right angle. Okay. So let us move on to our next question. In a well, water level was 18 meter below. See, you must understand this. Suppose there is a well. Okay. And they are saying the water is 18 meters below. 18 meters below. Okay, it is from the surface they are actually measuring the water. It is not measured from the depth of the water. On the bottom surface of the well, it is not measured. It is measured from the surface level. So due to rains, the level of water increased by 3.5%. So due to rain, so the water level got increased by 3.5 meters. Okay, so this was the increased portion, let us call it as, and this got 3.5 meters above. So what is the level of water in the well now? What is the water level in the well now? So initially it was 18 meters depth. Now it has increased. 18 meters will be subtracted by what number? 18 numbers will be subtracted by what number? 3.5 meters. 3.5 meters. So 18 meters subtracted by 3.5 meters. What will you get? You will get 14.5 meters. Okay. So option 1 is your right answer. What is the greatest 4 digits number in which all the digits are different? Obviously, the greatest 4 digit number would be 9876. You know, you need to write them in descending order. You need to write them in descending order from the greatest number, that is 9876 would be the right answer, which are all different from each other. There is no repetition of numbers observed. So therefore, option 1 is your right answer. Okay, this is simple multiplication. 2408 into 200. So initial glance would be that the whole answer would contain 2 zeros at the tail part, at the end part. Does it have 2 zeros? No, eliminate. Does it have 2 zeros? No, eliminate. Does it have 2 zeros? Yes. Does this option have 2 zeros? Yes. So we can consider these 2 options for our answers. Anyways, let us multiply. This is very simple number. So 2 zeros are there. Keep 2 zeros as it is. 2 8s is 16. 0 is there. 1 will come as it is. 2 4s is 8. 2 2s is 4. 4816 481600 available in option 3. So we consider option 3 as our right answer. The product of 3 numbers is 7980, in which the product of 2 numbers is 228. What is the third number? Okay, the product of 3 numbers, let us call 3 numbers as xyz. X, Y, Z. When I multiply all the 3, I will get 7980. This is given in the question. And the product of 2 numbers, let me call it as x and y. The product of 2 numbers is 228. So now I need to find what is the value of the third number, that is z. So using these 2 equations, I can replace this x and y with 228, right? So I will write the same first equation as 228 into z is equal to 7980, or Z is equal to 7980, and this 228 will go below, that becomes 228. Z is equal to 7980 by 228. So if you look at the last two numbers, both of them are divisible by 4. 4 5s are 20, 4 7s is 28. Okay, 4 5s are 20 and 4 7s is 28, and 17. And okay, let's do 4 1s are, you are left with 3, 39. 4 9s is 36. You are again left with 3, 38. Again 4 9s is 36. Again you are left with 4, 20. You are left with 2 and 20. 4 5 is 20. And if you look both these values carefully, both of them are divisible by 19. 19 3s are 57, 19 1s are 19, 9 will not go, keep a 0, 9 5s are 95. So you're left with 105 by 3. Again do the division, 3 1s are 3, 3 3s are 9, and 3 5s are 15. So Z is equal to 35. If you don't understand this, pause the video, go back and play it again. You should know these techniques to divide these big numbers when you are faced with. Okay, so the right option is in your option 4. Z is equal to 35. Option 4, 35 is the right answer for your question. Okay, let us move on to our next question. What is happening? In the number 30,746, which digit has the greatest place value? Obviously, the number 3, which is on the left end corner, will have the greatest value. So, what will be the greatest value? 3 followed by the number of zeros corresponding to the number of digits which are there in the right side. 3 followed by number of zeros corresponding to the number of digits which is there in the right side, right? So, the first option would be the right answer for this question. The number 3 has the greatest place value. Okay. In a question of division, if divisor is 51, in a question of division, divisor is 51, quotient 16, and remainder is 27, then the dividend will be, you know the formula for dividend, the formula of division, dividend, I will call D as it is. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So therefore, just you have to solve this question. 16 1s is 16, 6 carry over 1, 16 5s is 80, 80 plus 1 is 81, plus 27, add them, dividend is equal to 6 plus 7 is 13, and 1 carry over, 1 plus 1 2, 2 plus 1 is 4, 8 as it is, 843 is the dividend. Therefore, option 1 is your right answer. Option 1 is your right answer. Let us move on to our next question. The sum of greatest and smallest 4-digit numbers is greatest and smallest 4-digit numbers. Greatest number of 4-digit number would be 9999. The smallest would be 1000, 4-digit number. And let us do the sum for this. It will be 10,990. 10,999 available in your option number 2. Option number 2 is your right answer. The product of two numbers is 8,192. One number is 2 times the second number. The smaller number is what? So the product of two numbers can be anything, and the two numbers can be anything. But the hint given in the question is that one of the number is 2 times the second number. Let me call the first number as x, and the another number is 2 times the second number is, means it is 2 times the first number, which is 2x, which will be 2x, and their product is equal to 8,192. Let us do this. 2x into x is equal to 8,192. 2x into x will become 2x square is equal to 8,192, and this 2 will go to the denominator. that 2 will go to the denominator, and we will divide this. 2 1s are 2, 2 4s are 8, 1 can't go, put a 0. So 19 is there, 2 9s is 18, 1 is remaining, 2 6 is 12, 4096 will be the x square value. So the x square value is 4096, and you need to find the value of x. You need to find the value of x, take out the square and find the square root of 4096. You should be known about 4096 square root. It is 64. X is, the value of x is 64, which is available in your option number 4. So therefore option 4 is right answer. The smallest odd number formed by the digits 1 0 3 4 5. Smallest number are to be formed. How do we form the smallest number from the given set of numbers? We will write them in ascending order. We will write them in ascending order. Okay. So the smallest we will write, first of all, let us write them in ascending order: 0, 1, 3, 4, and 5. So this is the ascending order, but 0 can't come in the first place. So exchange the values which are immediate neighbor of 0. 1 0 3 4 5 should be the smallest 5-digit number which can be formed from the given set of numbers. But we are also supposed to find the odd number. Surprisingly, it is the only odd number that we are getting here after forming it. So 1 0 3 4 5, which is available in option 1. So option 1 is your right answer. Okay. The smallest 4-digit number formed by 0, 1, 2, and 3 is, okay, we need to find the smallest 4-digit number using this particular 4-digit, but it should also be an even number. Let us first of all form the smallest 4-digit number. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the smallest 4-digit number. 0 can't come in the first place. Exchange them with a neighbor. So 1 0 2 3, this is the smallest 4-digit number, but we are supposed to find an even number, which is what it is here. It is an odd number. To exchange these values again, so what will you get? 1 0 3 2. This is the smallest 4-digit even number. You can get 1032. Option number 2 is the right answer for this question. The number 13,013 is divisible by 13. Okay. The smallest 5-digit number beginning with 14 and exactly divisible by 13 is, okay, let us write a smallest number starting with 14, which is also a 5-digit number, and it should be divisible by 13. Okay, so let us see what should be the, what will the remainder come. 13 ones are 13. You are left with 1. You take out 0. You can't work with that. You take one more 0. You keep one more 0 here. So what will you do? 13 sevens are 91. You are left with 9. Take that 0. You are given with a 0. What else? 13 sevens is 91. 13 six is 78. The remainder is 12. The remainder is 12. Okay. Therefore, the remainder is 12. In order to make it completely divisible with 13, it should have one more number, right? It should have one more number, because 13 minus 12 is equal to 1. If it had a one more number, so then the whole dividend could have been divided by the number 13. So we will add one number to this number, that becomes 14,001, which will be completely divisible by the number 13. So it is available in our option number 2. So therefore option 2 is the right answer. Okay. When 20.2 is multiplied by 18.01, the result rounded to complete numbers without decimals is. So let us multiply it first. 20.2 into 18.01. This will be a little longer. So 1 2 is 2, 1 0 is 0, 1 2 is 2, 0 2 is 0, 0 0 is 0, 0 2 is 0, 8 2 is 16, 8 2 is 16, 1 2 is 2, 1 0 is 0, 1 2 is 2. Now add all of them very diligently. 2 0 8 3 6 3. So there is a decimal point after which a number is there. There's a decimal point after which two numbers are there. So in total 1 and 2, 3 numbers are to be left, and you want to keep a decimal point. The answer is 363.802. The number 8 is more than 5. The number 8 is more than 5. So the 63 number will be moved forward, increased to the next number, that is 364. The rounded figure will be 364. So therefore option 3 is your right answer. Okay. The average of 4 numbers is 30. If the sum of first 3 numbers is 85, then the fourth number is what? See, the average of 4 numbers, how is it found? Let me call the 4 numbers as x1, x2, x3 and x4. Okay. In order to find the average, we need to add them. We need to divide it by 4. That is 30. That is given as the number 30 in the question. Okay. So another information is, if the sum of first 3 numbers is 85, if the sum of first 3 numbers is 85, the fourth number x4 is what? So they have also given us x1 plus x2 plus x3. The sum of first 3 numbers is 85. We don't know x4. We need to find it. So put this value in the equation 1. What will you get? You will get 85 plus x4 by 4 is equal to 30. Multiply 4 to 30. What will you get? 85 plus x4 is equal to 30 to 4 is 120, and x4 is equal to 120 minus 85, which is 35. 120 minus 85 is 35. 35 is available in your option number 2. So therefore option number 2, 35 is the right answer. The fourth number is 35. Okay. Using digits 105 and 7, the greatest 4-digit number formed is. So see again, in order to create a greatest 4-digit number, you need to write them in descending order, descending order, descending order. 7510, option number 4 is the right answer. Of the following, which number is the least number? Okay. So are all of the numbers are the 5-digit number, 5-digit number, 5-digit number, 5-digit number? Yes, all of them are 5-digit number. On the 10th thousand place, what is the least figure we can get? 3, and 3 are the only least figure, so we eliminate this. We need to find the number which is least. So these are quite bigger numbers, so we eliminate that. On the 1000th place, we have 3 and we have 7. 7 is greater than 3, so we will eliminate this as well. So we are only left with the first number, which is 33,719, which is also available in our first option. So first option is your right answer. Okay, option 1 is the right answer. What is the number which, when divided by 15, gives a quotient 15 and a remainder 5? Okay, so again, a dividend is equal to, when divided by 15, divisor, that is called divisor, into quotient is again 15, and remainder what you will get is 5. You should know this formula. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. So 15 into 15 is your 15 square. 15 into 15, you should know 15 square. 15 square is 225. 225 plus 5. 225 plus 5 is 230. So then the number which we want to find is 230, which is available in your option number 4. Therefore, option 4 is your right answer. In a question of division, a student took 8 as a divisor instead of 3 by mistake and finds the answer as 15. The correct answer is what? Okay. So there is a dividend and the student was supposed to divide it by 3, but she took 8. So divisor is 8, and she got the answer as the quotient as 15. The quotient came 15, means remainder is remaining 0. So therefore, what is the dividend she is getting? She is getting the dividend as 8 15s is 120, right? Dividend is 120. She was supposed to take the number 3 instead of 8. So we need to correct the answer. Keep this 120. divide it by 3 now. What will you get? 3 4s are 12, and 1 0 is there. You keep one more 0. You will get you are left with a remainder 0. So 40 should be the right answer. 40 should be the right answer after correcting the question, after correcting the student by taking the right divisor as 3. Which of the following is divisible by 8? Which of the following is divisible by 8? You know the rule to check the divisibility of 8? You need to check the last 3 numbers. The last 3 numbers are only supposed to be divisible by 8. Then therefore the whole number will be divisible by 8. You don't have to take the whole number. 324, 8, 324, is it divisible? Is it divisible? 8 4s are 32. 4 will come. Again you will have to put a 0 in order to go further. It is not divisible. 324 is not divisible. 432, is it divisible? 432. Okay, 8 5s is 40. You are left with 3. 2 will come down. 8 4s is 32. Okay, 0 0 remainder. So this number is totally completely divisible by 8. So therefore we don't have to go further. We don't have to go further. Option 2 is the right answer. So a number is given and is divisible by what number? This is what is being asked. And I don't think so you have to do any kind of math here, because if you look at the last number, 5 is there. Okay, so 5, when it has to be divided by 8, it can't be ending with an odd number. 8 is an even number. If any number has to be divisible by 8, then it has to be ending with an even number. So option 1 can't be the right option, right solution. So if it has to be divisible by again 2, it should be ending with an even number, but it is ending with an odd number. So we eliminate option 3 as well. If it has to be divisible by 2, again it has to end with an even number, we just saw. So again we will eliminate option 2 as well. We are only left with option number 4. So we will mark it as our right answer. And even if you check it later that whether this particular given question, given number is divisible by 3, 5 and 9, it will be divisible by all the 3 numbers. And so therefore option 3 is your right answer. So this is where we are concluding the second part on the fundamental operations on whole numbers. And please subscribe if you haven't subscribed the video, if you haven't subscribed the channel yet. And with this we are going to conclude the class. See you all in the next video.